Hello, family. This is Mr. E again in my man cave. The weather's changing and it's nice to get outside. I haven't done this in a while, especially in my man cave outside because now the spring is getting ready to come this way and I'm beginning to get outside and do some things and be able to sometimes just sit down and relax for a minute. I'm enjoying my retirement, but even with that, I'm still doing some work and what have you. So, let me get myself situated here. Okay, so you don't see all the raunchy stuff in my man cave. Okay. All right, but I thought that this would be a great time to come out and talk to you about, as I always say, what God gives me, okay? That was something that was on my mind this morning. And I guess I was thinking about my children, okay? And especially one in particular, my daughter, Aniva. I just love my daughter and for how she is just growing and growing, and she's doing something that I've always taught. I didn't teach her so much early in life, but now that I've gone through some things, I have taught this, and she's heard me most of her life, I guess saying this: take your lemons and make lemonade. Take your lemons and make lemonade. And I just want to say to her, that's mainly why I'm doing this video right now, is that she is so brave. She is so brave. Oh, my fire's trying to get going over there, and the smoke kind of going around here too. But I just love that about her. I have told this story about her when she was younger in school and she was dealing with her hair. And all the other girls were just slinging their hair. But she was having such difficulty with her hair because her hair is a lot like mine. And it would not take the perms and stuff. And I can remember back when we had the Jerry curls and stuff. And mine it would take the first time, but just like after that, it was downhill. But anyway, she did that thing and then she just went natural, which I love on her, especially when she keeps it up. But I know that's a lot of work on young ladies and what have you. They gotta look nice all the time, and sometimes the natural hair takes a little time to keep it up and keep it going. I can imagine. But I just wanted to say to her today how proud I am. She has recently found out that she was dealing with a condition, a learning disability, but in actuality, autism falls under autism. And I'll only mention as much as she has mentioned, but I just want to commend her on facing this. And because we're no longer in the same home, we just talk on the phone and whatever. And I learned things from a distance, to see how she is doing. And just to see her attack her fears, just as I've had to do. Learn to face your fears. And I just want to say to you, baby, you keep doing it because that's your strong side and that's what God has given you. And whatever He's given you to deal with, that's what you're going to have to deal with. No one else can carry your cross, if we put it that way. No one else can carry it but you. I can help, and people who love you around you can help, but you have to be the drum leader of it. And I just, every time I see you um, growing, dealing with your diets, the foods you've had to eat down through the years. One thing I always wanted from my children, I guess it's just hard to give that these days, and a lot of people may not want to do those things. But, and maybe it seems unpractical these days, but one thing I used to talk to my students when I first started teaching, I didn't say this, but I looked at them and I thought, just through the experience of me, my father was the breadwinner of my home that I grew up in. And my mother was always there. I don't remember a time my mother ever having to work. She just never had to. So I hear Kevin Samuel, this guy named Kevin Samuel, talk about a high value man. I think of my dad, how he worked. And my mother never had to work. She had to be there for his children. And she was there for us. And so, as I was teaching at my first school, I would have kids, I say, well, call your parents. If they got sick or anything happened, I would say, okay, we're going to need to call your mom. And then moms, a lot of times, they just weren't there. They were at work. They was at work, and I know they had to do whatever. Everybody's circumstances are different, but I just thank God that my situation was not that. Mom was always there, and it was something that I just said. I could say thank you to my father because he was able to provide that type of a life for me, and maybe not having to face all those hard times kind of made me, what I would say, sheltered to a certain degree. And I don't know, now that I don't have my mother, I'm just so thankful that I've had those years as a youngster and to come up in that kind of an environment. But our children today just don't have that opportunity. Now, I was aimed to make sure that I got an educated woman when I chose my wife. And I can remember always wanting my children to be able to have their mother quick access. If they needed her, she could be there. And I guess in a way we were, but not, we almost was I asked my wife, would she do these things? And we were all into homeschooling and what have you. My oldest son was homeschooled for about the first 3 or 4, up until maybe about the second or third grade. So he got a real strong foundation in spiritualism, I guess, or Christianity, and he got a strong dose of that. But my other children, they came 12 years later, and so they were kind of raised different because it was at a different area in our time. But I had always wanted my wife, I wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom because I knew that I'm the type that's so busy, and I wanted to be out. I thought about all the things that I was doing. I was teaching, I was in school, I was still getting my degree, my second degree. I was running my business here at the theater. I was also running started an organization that started way back when I was just a youngster. I was like 20-something myself, called Copy M, Christian Organizations Preparing Young Men. And I guess probably would have been one of those six-figure men also. Because I was working so hard and having several jobs and doing several things and trying to manage all of this, you know. It makes me kind of, I have always, tried to take responsibility for the things that happen in my life. And so when I look at this, and that I missed this, I'm a special ed teacher, and I missed this. It was right there in my home. It makes me feel like I failed in some way. I was so busy taking care of and trying to do my job as a man to provide what my children needed. And sometimes you can I remember even students realizing, Miss Ezell, you can't remember anything. I couldn't because I was stressed. And stress became a pattern of my life because I was a hard worker, trying to juggle a whole lot of things, which my daughter, now that I look back, and now that she's had the time to investigate these things, I'm beginning to think I probably had some of those same. I'm going to have to look and see what, maybe I was dealing with some learning disabilities. And I know that I had dyslexia. So, a person can only take so much. And I look back, and I've had to learn to take my lemons and make lemonade, and my daughter's doing the same thing. I am so proud of her. But life goes on. So even at this point, sometimes I have to just, whatever those negative things are, in order for me to go on and to be positive with my own life, I have to ignore so much in order to just keep pressing forward. So, as you can see, I'm skipping around on a lot of things and trying to stay focused on the point that I'm trying to make here. But in actuality, all I'm saying is that, baby, keep doing what you got to do. Whatever it takes to keep you going. And my rule, take that lemon and make some lemonade and be happy and be at peace. So those are the things that I strive for right now. Because for a long, long period of time of my life, I've had to deal with a lot of lemonade making. And so I just want to make sure that all my kids, all of them, all three of them, my biological kids, remember this. Never quit, Antheus. I guess that's the best thing I would say for you. You might have to tweak, but don't quit. To them all, what I would say for you, you're just getting started. Look, you should, for this time in your life, chase that dollar, son. Chase that dollar. And you can be that six-figure man. But until you get in place to where you can make your own calls on how you establish your family and how you establish your household. Please choose carefully and use those principles, which those lemons that I had to make those lemonade out of, you know about. Make sure that you at least take those things in consideration as you develop your life and your future. And for Aniva, at this point, take those lemons and make yourself some good old-fashioned lemonade. I love you. I love you all. Peace. Hello, family. This is Mr. E. If you would like to support the works of Mr. E or any of Ezell's productions, you may make your donations at Cash App. You will use $EKUFIE, EKUFIE, or you may make your payments through check or money order made out to Anthony Ezell or to Ezell's Productions, LLC. That address is P.O. Box 492, Jackson, Alabama, 36545. Or you may contact us at the phone number of 251-709-1123. Thank you.